Let's talk about the mistakes that end new traders' sessions early. Not bad luck patterns. The same handful of errors that come up again and again in the first week of trading perps. I'm going to walk through 7 of them, explain exactly why each one goes wrong, and tell you what to do instead. If you've already made a few of these, don't worry. The point is to not make them twice. Before we get into it, this episode assumes you've read how leverage works on LeverUp and how liquidation works on LeverUp. Several of these mistakes end in liquidation, and the math will make a lot more sense if you've read those first. Links are in the show notes. Mistake number 1, maxing out leverage right away. This one is extremely common. The platform offers high leverage. A new trader sees the option and opens their first position at 50x or 100x because it's available. Here's the problem: at 100x leverage, the market only needs to move about 0.85% against your position to wipe out 85% of your collateral. That's not a dramatic swing. That's normal intraday noise. Without a stop loss and without experience reading market structure, that threshold gets hit faster than expected, and the trader often doesn't know why. The fix: start with 5 to 10x leverage. Open and close several positions. Understand how your liquidation price moves relative to your entry before you scale up. Use high leverage because you've decided to, not because it was the default. Mistake number 2, opening a position with no stop loss. This one has a specific failure mode on LeverUp that's worth understanding. You open a trade, you watch it for a while, it looks okay, and you step away. The market moves against you while you're offline. On LeverUp, there's no margin call system and no warning notification. When your position crosses the liquidation threshold, it closes automatically. You find out after the fact. A stop loss is your only protection against that scenario. The rule: set a stop loss before you step away from any open position. If you don't know how to set one, the How to Set Stop Loss and Take Profit tutorial walks through the exact steps. It's in the show notes. Mistake number 3, setting a stop loss below the liquidation price. This one is subtle. A trader does the right thing, they set a stop loss, but they place it at a price that's already below their liquidation price for a long position. Here's what happens. When the market moves against them, the position hits the liquidation threshold first. The liquidation fires. The stop loss never executes because there's no position left to exit. The trader loses their full margin instead of exiting at a controlled, smaller loss. The fix is simple but requires checking one number. Always look at your liquidation price in the order summary before confirming. For a long, your stop loss must be set above the liquidation price. For a short, it must be below it. The order form shows you both. Compare them before you confirm. Mistake number 4, assuming your collateral value is fixed. This one trips up traders who are using LeverUp's any collateral feature, specifically using volatile assets like MON as collateral rather than USDC. Here's the scenario. You deposit MON as collateral, open a 10x long, check back the next day, and find your position is closer to liquidation than expected, even though the asset you're trading barely moved. What happened? When MON's price dropped overnight, the effective dollar value of your collateral dropped with it. That shrinkage moves your liquidation price closer to your entry. You're carrying 2 risk exposures simultaneously: the direction of your leveraged trade and the price volatility of the collateral itself. The practical fix: if you're using volatile collateral, use lower leverage than you would with USDC. 2 things moving against you at once means you need more margin buffer. The Any Collateral guide in the show notes goes deeper on this. Mistake number 5, walking away from a high leverage position without protection. This is related to mistake 2, but it's specifically about the combination of high leverage and being away from the screen. At 50x leverage, a 2% move in either direction can close the position entirely. LeverUp doesn't send alerts. There's no push notification when a position is near liquidation. If you're not watching, you find out after. High leverage positions require active monitoring or a tight stop loss. They're not suitable for set and forget. If you can't watch a position, make sure it has a stop loss that reflects how quickly things can move at that leverage level. Mistake number 6. Forgetting that funding rates are ongoing. This one catches traders who hold positions for multiple days. Funding rates are charged continuously, typically every 8 hours, for as long as you hold a position open. On a multi-day hold during a period of elevated funding, these costs compound. They gradually erode your margin and move your liquidation price closer to your entry, even if the market price hasn't moved against you. The fix is simple. Before entering a trade you plan to hold for more than a day, check the current funding rate on the market ticker. If it's running against your position direction, factor that cost into your exit plan. The How Liquidation Works article covers exactly how fee accumulation affects your liquidation price over time. That's linked in the show notes. Mistake number 7. Not reading the order summary before confirming. This one sounds almost too obvious to mention, but it's how traders end up in positions they didn't intend to be in. The order summary panel shows you your exact collateral amount, position size, leverage, entry price, and liquidation price, all before you commit. Skipping it means you might be entering with wrong leverage, the wrong size, or the wrong collateral asset. Treat the order summary as a required step, not a formality. Every time. Especially look at the liquidation price and the total collateral at risk. Let me give you the quick version of everything we just covered. Start at 5 to 10x leverage, not the maximum. Set a stop loss before stepping away from any position. Make sure that stop loss is above your liquidation price for longs, below it for shorts. If you're using volatile collateral, use lower leverage to account for the second risk layer. Don't leave high leverage positions unmonitored without a stop loss. Check the funding rate before multi-day holds. And read the full order summary before every confirm. None of these are exotic mistakes. They're the standard first-week patterns. The traders who avoid them are usually the ones who read guides like this one before learning the hard way, so you're already ahead. For next steps, how leverage works on LeverUp, how liquidation works on LeverUp, how to set stop loss and take profit, and how to use any collateral are all linked in the show notes. See you in the next one.